Hello everyone, here I am trying to do a virtual demonstration for you. First time ever, but there's always a first time for everything. Today I'm going to do a typical landscape arrangement because the weather has been very frosty and outside is sort of wonderful weather and a lovely landscape to take you out into the country and enjoy. I've arranged two water dishes, one on top of each other, which I had made for me many moons ago. And I've got a fence that's going to be incorporated into it. And I've put some of this lovely covered wire in around the containers so that it's going to give me a little bit of movement when I put sort of mosses and things on. And I now want to incorporate my lovely reindeer, very tinny one, but I do like him. I used him at Christmas in an arrangement, and I'm just going to put him just there looking out to one side. And my main plant material today I'm using is this wonderful alder. I don't know if you know the alder, but the Latin name is Alnus, can't read it, Alnus glutinosa. And it's a monoecious tree because it's got the little catkins and also the weeny little cones, if you can see them. They are so small that, and I think it's a wonderful tree. It's green in the summer and it belongs to the family of the birch family. So I'll tell you a bit about the seeds a bit later. So I'm going to start and put my main stem in of this lovely, and I've painted them because I thought it would give a little bit of brightness and snow-like. So when I do this in my house, I don't paint them. I spray them with tack and then I put the artificial snow on them. But I didn't think that would be bright enough for you today to see what exactly, that it was white, because it doesn't change the colour very much, but it does give a little glint of ice. And I'm now feeding one piece down through, which is going to come over the front of my arrangement, just like that, just over my reindeer, because I want him to be hidden a little bit because they are rather shy animals, and he wouldn't be out in the open if he saw you, I'm sure. And then taking another bit across the front, and one or two more bits to go in. Luckily this tree grows where I can pick it easily because it's in my friend's field and it grows really well, but unfortunately with us picking it so often, it's now got very tall and it's a job to reach it. There is a tree down at the co-op, but I don't know what people would think of me if I was down there going up a ladder to pick some of this. It would be very difficult. So that's my tree-like gone in. And now I'm going to add some other small bits to it. Just one more bit coming over the front here. And then I decided to have a little bit of contrast material. So I've just painted a little bit of this conifer. This is left over from Christmas and it just gives that little cold feel to it. And we're going to put one or two bits of that in amongst the trees. Because often if you go to the forest, you see a few of these little trees just sprouting up, and they do grow very, very quickly. The weather has been absolutely wonderful, and it's an ideal time for going out, walking the moors or walking in the valleys, and you see some wonderful things and some wonderful animals. But I've just added those trees just to give a different contrast and a different colour. And now I want to fill in a little bit. So I'm going to bring a bit of colour into this arrangement, because colour is, it will brighten it, and we're coming down from the woods now into perhaps somebody's woodland garden, and we probably have got some heather. Heather grows this time of the year, and it's very pretty. I've got it in the garden, luckily, so I can use it. And I'm going to put a couple of bits of that in, just to give that little texture, little bit of life. That spring is just around the corner. Another little bit there. And then in the garden, there are just a few hellebores coming up. I'm not sure of this variety, and they don't keep very well. I picked them yesterday, and they don't keep that well, because one seems to have flopped a little bit already. So I don't know whether they're not a long-lasting flower, or whether it's just that they're almost getting a little bit older. And the leaves are a lovely shape, so we can use them, and that can add to our display with a different texture yet again. And I'm going to put them into a pin holder, and the leaves are going to be arranged quite flatly so they can hide some plant material, some of the oasis dish, and just one or two going to stand up there looking proud. And now they will all soon be out. We can buy them actually as a cut flower. So it's very useful, because sometimes we need to have a little bit of spring, early spring. Just going to show you that. And now I just want to finish by filling in with this lovely moss that I found when I was out picking moss one day, and it's got lovely fungi on it. So pretty and so useful, because once you've got it, you can just pop it into your work area and keep it, and you can bring it out and use it again and again, and it's so useful, but a lovely texture rather than the different plain moss that we often use. So I'm just covering in all these mechanics and a little bit around the reindeer's legs, because I'm sure he would benefit from this sort of thing. And another little bit. So by putting that wire in, you see it just raises it, so it's not on all one level, and it gives a nice 3D effect. And a little bit more. And I'm coming really to the end, so my demonstration is very quick and easy for anybody to copy, and you could go away and you could enjoy everything of our land around us. And to finish, I've got this artificial snow, and I'm just going to spray it just over the top of everything, and it just gives that extra little silvery, shiny look to it. And there you go, ladies. I hope you've enjoyed my short virtual demonstration, and you'll enjoy looking at it and learn from it and carry on and perhaps try one yourself one day. Thank you very much.